Now, with what appears in awareness, we only have 4 choices. So there are really only 4 teachings in terms of what to do about what appears in awareness. Welcome, Gabriel. One is we can indulge it. So a point of view comes up, say anger, and we can indulge it, and maybe we've had a habit of doing that. So this is what we've learned. We've been taught this somehow. And when we get angry, we indulge it. That's just what we do. It's our thing. The second way to handle what appears is to renounce it or avoid it. So the anger comes up and we renounce it. We don't know. We don't want to have anything to do with that. We're going to avoid it like the plague. So we're just not going to go there, and we're going to steel ourselves and not get angry. The third approach is to replace the negative state with a positive state. We get angry, and instead we are going to cultivate other positive points of view, like happiness or compassion or whatever it is. Now, all 3 of those approaches require that there be a doer. A doer, someone who is doing something to try to manage, manipulate, analyze, or transform whatever appears in awareness. And that's a lot of work. When we approach life in that way, we take on a machine-like quality. We're like living machines, flesh machines, and we're always sorting out all of our appearances within awareness. We're trying to get more positive points of view and less negative points of view. We want a huge pile of positive points of view and a tiny pile or no pile of negative points of view. That can never be done. Has anyone here been able to do it? You see, it's fruitless. It's absolutely fruitless. It leads to aging, exhaustion, and everything leads to death, if you didn't know that already. So now there's a point of view for you, death. Well, you see, when we rest in awareness in the super completeness of everything as it is, then we become comfortable no matter what is appearing. We feel an innate well-being, an inherent relaxation, an alertness in all experience, a complete perceptual openness in all experience, no matter what is occurring. And then when we die, we carry that familiarity with awareness to our deathbed. We're able to just completely relax, rather than to be confronted with something that could be unspeakably difficult. When we die, we have all kinds of points of view that we've never had before. So any appearances we have in our mind now, the appearances in our mind at death, will be unlike anything going on now. Because we're relying on our senses to navigate, and on our thoughts and emotions and all these things. But when we die, all of these things shut down one by one, so we're not able to think. So if we've been indulging, renouncing, or replacing the points of view that appear with positive points of view, we don't any longer have the mental energy to do that. We can't rely on those supports. Now, the fourth approach to points of view is what we're talking about here today, and that is from flawless awareness, see all as flawless awareness until all is flawless awareness. All. And if you believe there's something that isn't included in that all, it's going to visit you. No matter what it is. And the more you rest in awareness, the super completeness of awareness, in the direct encounter with all points of view, the more subtle the points of view will become. You'll start to notice a whole world you never knew existed. And just how much dependence there has been on points of view of all kinds. Awareness is not dependent on anything. And many of us, we believe that awareness is dependent on our human life. This is what we've been taught, and whether we think about it or not, it's what we really believe, that somehow we generated awareness within ourselves. Awareness is inseparable from the vast expanse of space. It's space itself that is aware. There's never been a human being anywhere. There isn't any human being now, nor will there ever be a human being that has generated their own awareness. The human body is not an awareness factory. It's not something that fabricates anything. Awareness is that by which all is known, no matter what it is. So our awareness of being naturally present is located in awareness and nothing else. Every single thing we experience, whether it's a thought, an emotion, something we feel is inside us or outside us, all that is known via awareness. And it wouldn't be without awareness. When we rest in awareness, that is what becomes more obvious. Moment by moment, it becomes more obvious. It is the most powerful of approaches to human living. There's no other approach that is more powerful. We start out with the desire to benefit ourselves through resting in awareness. And through that practice of self-benefit, that training in self-benefit that comes with resting in awareness, we are so convinced of its benefit that what started out as self-benefit always naturally opens up to the benefit of others without trying to do anything. And this is the bedrock of compassion. When we have complete ease, complete perceptual openness in all experience, all of our own experiences, especially the negative ones, then we throw open the floodgates of compassion. We throw open the floodgates of inherent compassion for ourselves. And when that happens, it instantaneously is what we feel for everyone else. And increasingly, any awareness that is recognized today continually intensifies throughout life. There's nowhere to get to. There's absolutely nowhere to get to. So please don't seek for a destination of whatever it is. I won't call it anything, okay? We'll just spare ourselves any labels that are unnecessary. What we can know is that any label we use there might describe it's rooted in our awareness, so why not start at the root? rather than try to fabricate and compound all kinds of labels and descriptions to come up with something. When we rest in awareness for short moments, repeated many times, it's like a dimmer switch. Have you ever had a dimmer switch in your house or used one somewhere else? And you can either turn up the light gradually or turn it up all at once. Resting in awareness is like a dimmer switch, except it's an endless dimmer switch. The longer you live, the brighter the awareness is. The blaze of awareness just grows brighter and brighter. And all hindrances that might come up in terms of any points of view, negative points of view, other afflictive states, more and more they're outshone just by that awareness. So awareness overcomes all points of view. Just like the roar of the lion, the majesty of that roar, it quiets everything in the jungle, the savannah, or wherever the lion is. Everything settles down because everyone is in awe of the lion. And awareness is like this. It's the ease of exhausting faults and perfecting qualities. Most of us learn we have to work diligently to perfect qualities. Qualities are perfected naturally by resting in awareness because all qualities are already present. There's no way to get them. Not the qualities of tremendously potent benefit, not the great exaltation body of wisdom awareness, the speech, mind, qualities, and activities that are of superb benefit. Those are already present. They can never be cooked up. They're completely inseparable from awareness, so why look anywhere else for them? There's a lot of interest, particularly in this land where we're either visiting or living right now, India, in displays of these tremendous powers. Powers that are completely beyond all conception. All of those powers, no matter what they are inseparable from awareness. And the purpose of all of them has always been only one thing, and that's immense benefit. It's the only purpose. So whether we rest in awareness for self-benefit in the beginning, even if we have no interest whatsoever in benefiting anyone else, at some point we're going to start to feel that way. It's just the way it is. We're naturally compassionate. So even if you started out your day growling today, it doesn't matter. You're naturally compassionate. And the more you rest in awareness, the growl will just dissolve in and of itself without you doing anything to try to make that happen. In resting in awareness, there is no doer. There's absolutely no doer or anything to be done. There's wisdom awareness and its own appearances. So no matter what it appears, it is an ally. It's not a foe. But the idea that it may be a foe is just something that is learned. It's a product of family, a product of culture.